Okay, have another set of pickups from garage sailing and another nice Facebook Marketplace pickup. As you can see, I got quite a bit. It's not as much as you as it looks like, actually, to be honest. Still some good stuff. I was actually having a pretty good day of garage sailing, and then I had a really good Facebook Marketplace pickup. It was pretty amazing. You know, it's one of those where we'll see how amazing it is depending on the systems, but the games in there. Pretty surprised I got something really good. Let me go ahead and get started. I'm just going to quickly kind of show these. These are at a sale, all DS games, and they're actually all empty. It was funny because I went up to it and, I saw like Mario Kart, and then there was another decent one in here. Yeah, Mario Party DS. And I was like, oh, I think I'll pick up that and that. And then when I opened them up, they're empty. And then I started opening up more of them, and oh, they're all empty. I mean, some have manuals, but they're actually all empty, which they only had 50 cents on them anyway. But I asked them, oh, do you actually have these games somewhere? Or they're like, oh, no, I didn't realize they were empty. I didn't even check them. So they were like, oh, I'm just going to throw them away. And I was like, wait, I'll take them. If you're just going to throw them away, I'll take them. So got all those for free. I still collect empty cases just because I think that it could be helpful for completing stuff. In this case, I do have Mario Kart, Mario Party DS, and of course the rest of those are just cheap DS games anyway, but you never know. If I get a loose copy, it'd be nice to be able to complete it, and that might help it trade in or sell, so figured why not. If I get to the point where I have like a huge container of empty cases, I'll probably get rid of some, but right now I just have like a small box, so not too concerned about getting overwhelmed by empty cases. All right, so the next pickup was this PS3 pickup. This is actually one of the first ones I went to. Felt very lucky because it was one of those where I went through the garage sale, and then as I was leaving, I noticed at the end, like the last table, there was a little box on top where DVDs, and I shuffled through a little, and I started seeing PS3, so I was like, man, I'm glad I checked, because if I was in a hurry, I definitely would have missed it. Fortunately, I did see it, and I got some pretty decent PS3 titles. Probably not going to keep most of them. These Lego ones I think I'll keep, just because they're not worth too much anyway, and I'm just kind of slowly adding to the PS3 collection, just for fun. It's not one of the main collections I'm going for, but they're all in here. I got Lego Jurassic World, Batman 2, DC Superheroes, Lego Marvel Superheroes, and Lego Star Wars Force Awakens, which it's actually kind of surprised to see because I feel like the PS3 was already out of circulation by the time that came out, but I guess not. I'm sure it released on PS4 as well, but it still came out for it, so that's interesting. But yeah, I'll probably keep those, just add to that PS3 collection. And these, I think, all probably be for sale. But I got a good one here, Amazing Spider-Man 2, very nice. SSX, Minecraft, which this is my 4th copy of Minecraft for the PS3, so need to start selling those. Minecraft Story Mode complete. Just pick that up for the Xbox 360 as well. Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. It's another really good one. Sly Collection. Collections usually do good. So these are all $2 as you can see. And Transformers Devastation. Pretty nice. And I left a few behind. I didn't buy every single PS3 game they had, but about most of them. Let me show this other stuff from the garage sales. This was an interesting one. On an ask, I asked about games, and then they said, no, we don't have any games. And then, interestingly enough, once again, as I was walking away, the lady was like, oh, actually, I do have this bag of stuff you might be interested in. She brought out the bag, and I figured, oh, well, it's probably one of those, like, plug-and-play game things or something where people think, well, maybe they're interested in it since they were looking for games. But, actually, it turned out better than I thought because it had inside of it a Gameboy Color, missing the back, but it works perfectly fine. Tested it. Very cool. I don't have a green color like that. And also had a Game Boy player, which is pretty unique. No disc, unfortunately. You probably see a disc, but it's not what you think. Anyways, I was happy to pick that up. I'm not sure if they're worth selling without the disc, but it was $3 for the entire bag. There's two little GBA holders, and then a RF adapter, one of the Tri ones. So it was kind of a random assortment of just gaming related stuff. But the $3 was their price. I like, oh, how much do you want for the bag? And they were like $3. It's like, definitely, without a doubt, I will do that because I would love to add that to the collection. So very cool. All right, so finally here is the Facebook Marketplace pickup that I had. This one was very nice. It was only up for a little while, but as you can see, there's quite a few consoles, and there's one game in here that I'm very happy to have gotten. It's definitely gonna made the whole $100 purchase worth it, to me anyway, since it came with extras that I can resell to kind of make up some of that cost. Anyways, as you can see, it had a GameCube with it. They did tell me on this that the lid won't stay closed when it's playing a game. It doesn't seem to be broken to me, but I'll take their word for it that it does in fact have some issues. So missing one of the panels in the bottom, but I'll of course test it out and maybe I can try to fix that. We'll see. This back here. The PlayStations. I don't think they said anything was wrong with them, so we'll see if there is any issues. But got a PS2 Slim, very happy, and it did have the power cable, which is nice. So I feel like those are hard to find. The last few I got, I had to buy them, buy them online to complete them. But very nice, and of course 2 memory cards with that. And the fat console, which I turned on to check if there was a disc in there already. So it does turn on at least. But, assuming that those 2 PlayStations work, then that definitely makes the $100. So that'll be nice to get that money back from that. So one controller. I think this is a PS1 DualShock. So that's what it looks like. Okay condition. Then there's the Mad Catz too, as well. But get to these games. So the stuff on the left, I don't think I'm keeping any of that, I don't think it's worth too much either. I might keep them just because they're GameCube games, but not sure yet. They're not worth too much. As Lord of the Rings 2 Towers, disc only. Hitman 2 Silent Assassin, disc only. Lord of the Rings Return of the King, disc only again. This is an empty case for Project Eden, which actually I think they said the game was in the PlayStation, but it wasn't, so it's okay. It's not the one I was looking for, and I don't think it's a very expensive game anyway. I already have it, so not concerned about that. This says Chrome Hounds, but it is in fact Yu-Gi-Oh! The False Bound Kingdom. So that's kind of an interesting pickup. Now, this is the disappointment of the week. Bring up the lower thirds, because as you can see here, I saw this. I don't think this was in the pictures, but I saw this when I got there. I was like, this is going to work out perfectly. I just picked up a Game Boy player, and now a Game Boy disc falls into my lap, literally the same day. It's X-Men. So sad. It was so close to being perfect. I was going to be like, oh man, that was absolutely perfect. But no, it's X-Men. It's just the case and the booklet, unfortunately. Really a disappointment. But you know what? That's fine. X-Men's alright. Can't complain too much because it was such a good such a good deal. But I was so surprised to see that, especially after I randomly get one. And I have one as well that I have in my collection, but I still don't have a disc. So the next game was Lego Star Wars. I think that's what's in here. Nope, sorry. From Russia with Love. So they definitely had this kind of disorganized, but that's all right. Nothing, not too big of a deal. NFL Street, which I think does go for like 10 or 12, so I'll be reselling that. And you're probably gonna see it, but the last one before the big one is Mario Superstar Baseball. I think that is just disc and case, no manual. But the big one, you can see there, Def Jam, Fight for New York. Amazing. And I don't know why this game's expensive. I really don't. No idea. I tried looking it up because I was like, I'm really curious why this is so expensive, and I couldn't find anything. Just that, I don't know, maybe too few copies, something like that. But the price on it just skyrocketed, I think, in the last like year or two. The manual on it is not perfect. It's a little weighty. But the disc is in good condition, and the case is pretty good. Case art. But amazing pickup to get for the collection. Of course, I didn't have it, so I'm happy to get it. Either way, you know, it should be a pretty good bundle for me as far as making that money back. And then I'm just going to keep it for the collection. If the price goes down, you know, so be it. I won't be too sad about it because it's just going to be in my collection anyway. And right now I know that it's a rare game, so I don't know if that'll change in the future, and it'll be like, you know, $20-30 at some point in the future again. But right now it's around 100, so that means that it was definitely worth me picking up, and I'm very happy to add that in because that is one of the big games, one of the rare games that I didn't have for the collection. All right, hello there. Have another pickup here from a flea market that I went to. This one was just my regular flea market that I go to. That's pretty good, kind of out in the country. Had a decent number of vendors and stuff. You know, I wore a mask and everything and tried to be safe about it. Like I said, there was a decent amount of vendors, and actually found some pretty good stuff, including some PS1 games for the collection. So I'm happy about that. The first pickup, I'll go ahead and show this stuff here. Got a Xbox 360S power supply and 2 controllers, which are actually in good condition. The backs are on there. And I got all this for $10. It was in a bin that they had, which I don't know if there used to be a console in there. Maybe someone bought it, but that was all I could find of it. But it's great because I have a few Xbox 360 consoles that I was looking to sell, and I was out of controllers, and I only have one power supply for them because these are so hard to find, I feel like, and if you want to buy them, they're like $20, at least like $15-20 for whatever reason. So to get that and 2 more controllers, I was really happy for $10 as well. That was pretty awesome. I think they wanted 5 a piece on them, and I just asked for 10 for all 3, and they did that. So pretty good. I guess I'll go ahead and show, this is kind of the best pickup, I would say. A vendor that had a bunch of games, and I wasn't super early. I was meeting someone there, so I wasn't super early to the flea market. I still got there at a decent time. A few people were still setting up. I don't know if I got there for this vendor early or if maybe someone had taken a bunch of stuff, but they had a whole bunch of games of Xbox 360, Wii, and then PlayStation 1, and they even had some Sega CD stuff. The rest were sports games, but I did pick up Surgical Strike. And he initially had 20 on it, and he said, but I'll do 15. And I looked it over, and I picked out the PlayStation games, and then I asked for 10, and he did that, fortunately. Because I don't know if it was too worth it anyway to pick it up. I was just really amazed to see it. Whenever I see Sega CD, I'm just like, oh my gosh, because I see it so rarely, you know. So I picked it up for 10 with the other stuff. It is, I think, only like a $15 game complete, but still cool to get. I have like 2 other Sega CD games, so I don't have the console yet, but still very, very nice to get a Sega CD game. But the big thing for me was getting a bunch of PS1 games. So I'm always happy to increase that collection. That's one of the ones that I think I'm mostly going for right now, mainly going for. We got Dukes of Hazzard, Hate Racing for Home, although I think, yeah, the disc is actually Dukes of Hazzard 2, so that one's not quite complete. I'll probably just keep the disc and then have an empty case, but not a huge deal. And these, this purchase of the Sega CD plus the PlayStation games was 38 total, so he did 3 on most of them, but a few here, like, he was like, oh, I'll have to do 4, and then of course the 10 for the Surgical Strike. Picked up Grand Theft Auto. No manual, unfortunately, but otherwise I think it was in pretty good condition. Yeah. But didn't have it yet for whatever reason, so happy to get that. This one I did actually have, Red Asphalt. I couldn't remember if I did. You know, since I can't really look up everything I have in my collection when I'm going through a whole bunch of stuff, so that is a duplicate. Panzer Front, another nice addition. It's like a tank game, but another one that I did not have, so happy to get that. Racing game, V-Rally 2, Need for Speed. Very nice. And the Grand Theft Auto was probably the best out of the bunch, but still getting some good PS1 pickups. The Jungle Book, Rhythm and Groove. Not sure what kind of game that is. I guess it is like a rhythm game, but still good. The Italian Job. Very nice. Pretty good. And South Park Rally. So a lot of racing games, as you can see, but all stuff that I didn't have in the collection, so I'm happy to be able to pick it up, you know, and for about $3 a piece, I think that's pretty good. That's where I'm looking to be at, so I think I'm adding, yeah, 8 games with that, 8 games to the collection. And the last pickup was a very common thing for me, of the stack of random games, usually Xbox, and someone sees me shuffling through them and is like, hey, make you a deal if you buy them all. And I was like, oh boy, I guess I will. He was initially like $1 a piece if you buy them all, and I counted them. There's 12 games, and I was like, how about 10 for the 12? And he was like, okay. You know, it could or could not be worth it. For trade-in, it's probably decent. And there might be a few things in here that I can sell separately, but I'll just go through them real quick. I got NCAA Football 12, which that one I don't know if is worth anything. I know 13 and 14 are, but that may be something I could just throw up for like 10 or 12 bucks. We got Battlefield 3 and an Xbox One case. Major League Baseball 2K7. This isn't, this would be worth it if they were in there, the Black Ops 1 and 2, but it's just one disc for World at War. So, I mean, the case might be useful. If I get both games, I could put it in there, and the combo pack I've sold a few times. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare for the PS4. Madden 09, Madden 12, Madden 11, Sniper Ghost Warrior, and these are all in here, the ones I'm kind of blazing through. Titanfall, Crisis 3, Hunter Edition, and NASCAR 2011. So nothing too crazy in there, you know, kind of what you'd expect of what's left over, where it's a bunch of Call of Duties and sports games. But you know, for a little less than $1 a piece, I figured it was worth it. You know, it's just something that, especially at that flea market, it happens quite a bit, where someone's just trying to get rid of it, and you know, it's usually worth it for me to pick up to get some trade in and, you know, make a little bit of money off of it. That was it. for that pickup. I was able to get a decent amount. I was happy I was able to go, and it'll only be a few more months where I'm not picking up anything from flea markets because they won't be open, but at least I can still get some more stuff for the collection for now, which is great.